Hello there, Dr. Stephanie Gray from Integrative Health and Hormone Clinic and your Longevity Blueprint Nutraceuticals. Have any of you experienced heartburn? I know we probably all have after overindulging over Thanksgiving. Maybe overeating, unfortunately. We end up very full, very bloated, and you may end up with some heartburn. Now, while that may be the exception, some individuals may get heartburn or regurgitation of foods on a weekly basis. And if you do, I hope you aren't popping daily antacids. So many times these will contain heavy metals. I'm serious, if you pull back the label to, I won't mention the brand, but many of the over-the-counter antacids, you will see aluminum listed on the ingredients, and that's not something that you want to be putting in your body. So today I want to share with you healthier alternatives to help quench many of those nasty symptoms like heartburn or how to prevent them. So let's talk about first ways to prevent heartburn. So many of you who experience heartburn, you know that highly acidic foods, things like tomato sauce, spicy foods, alcohol, coffee, even greasy foods can be difficult to digest. So obviously you can work to back off on some of those foods or eat them in moderation. Make sure you chew very slowly and don't consume too much water with your meals. Believe it or not, water can compromise digestion because it dilutes your stomach acid. Also, if you've had your gallbladder removed, when you're having fatty or greasy foods, they may be more difficult to digest. So you might need ox bile. Bile is what the gallbladder is supposed to help produce, which helps you digest fats and absorb them well. This even includes healthy fats like avocados, seeds, nuts, and fish. So if you've had your gallbladder removed and you're having some gastrointestinal symptoms, consider taking some ox bile with those meals. And then, surprise, surprise, you may not be aware that even healthier foods could be causing reflux if you have food sensitivities to them. So I'd be talking about gluten, dairy, soy, corn, yeast, nuts, even fructose could be causing problems. So how do you determine if the foods you're eating are causing heartburn? Well, you have two options. First, an elimination diet, which I discuss heavily in my book, Your Longevity Blueprint, or see a functional medicine provider who can test you to see which foods you need to be avoiding. Then you can try this out for yourself, remove the foods, and see if the heartburn or the indigestion really improves. But if you do have heartburn, you would likely benefit from taking some of the supplements which I want to review today. So firstly, probably heard of probiotics. Probiotics really just are good bacteria. So my favorite product of ours is called Probiotic Complex, and it's just a great way to add more good bacteria and even beneficial yeast to your gut. Now, many times I'm taking patients off dairy so they're not able to have the yogurt or the foods that contain more of the beneficial bacteria. And you need bacteria to coat all your mucous membranes to help with motility and digestion and really to protect your mucous membranes from irritation, from preventing things like heartburn. So a probiotic per day could really help with heartburn. And then even digestive enzymes can be very beneficial. So our product, Enzyme Support, is a blend of plant-based enzymes designed to help maximize digestion and absorption of nutrients. So think about it, you want your food to not just sit here, you want it to get digested and absorbed and pushed through so it doesn't regurgitate and come back up. And enzymes can really help. So this is a blend of several different enzymes to help with digesting fats, carbs, and proteins, and it also contains artichoke, which is a natural choleretic, which means that just helps stimulate the production of bile to help you with the fat digestion. So Enzyme Support is great. It can be taken with meals to help prevent heartburn by improving digestion. And then we also have some hydrochloric acid and pepsin. Now, many patients think they have heartburn because they have too much or overproduction of acid, and sometimes that's the case. But in other cases, the patients actually have low acid, and sometimes if they initially take the acid blockers, eventually the end result is going to be low stomach acid. You have to have enough stomach acid to be able to digest, break down your food, and to inhibit unwanted bacteria like bad bacteria like H. pylori. So maintaining adequate levels of hydrochloric acid is essential for digestion. So HCl and pepsin is one of those products I have many of my patients try. If they're having heartburn, if they're having a lot of bloating after meals, many times taking some additional acid can help them digest their food so again they don't get that heartburn. Now we do have a blend of bile, enzymes, and hydrochloric acid called Digestive Support, which is a great blend for many of my patients to take with meals. So that's another option here. I know I'm giving several here today. And then if you're taking probiotics, you're avoiding your food sensitivities, you've tried these products, and you still get heartburn, I want you to know of some natural, some healthier alternatives to help quench the reflux or the heartburn. So one of which is DGL, or deglycerized licorice. This is not the kind of licorice that will raise your blood pressure or help your adrenals. This is a different type of licorice, but this is great to protect the renewal really of the intestinal lining. So this also contains aloe vera, slippery elm, and marshmallow root. Can really soothe and relieve gastrointestinal pain and heartburn, help push food through. So chewing some of these after meals can be very beneficial. And then, rather than taking heavy metal-laden antacids, consider a calcium carbonate or magnesium, combination that would be available at many health food stores, or the product we carry kind of has a funny name, but it's called Buffered C here. This will help block the acid. It's like a natural antacid without heavy metals. So know that those products exist, and know if you have heartburn or indigestion, there has to be a root cause, right? Do you need probiotics? Are you consuming foods you have sensitivities to? Do you need some enzymes, or maybe ox bile if you've had your gallbladder removed? So learn more about how to improve heartburn and other gastrointestinal issues in Chapter 1 of my book, Your Longevity Blueprint. Thank you for tuning in. Please share this video with a friend or family member. Please like and subscribe to our new YouTube channel, and remember that wellness is waiting.